Welcome back to another 90 Day Fiancé recap. Let's talk about Before the 90 Day Season 8, Episode 6, another incredible episode. Just a little disclaimer, I currently am under a lot of stress, so this is going to be a very quick, succinct recap. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'm sorry for the lack of enthusiasm and energy. It's going to go up and down. There's a lot going on. Maybe I'll get into it another day, but hope you guys still enjoy. So let's jump right into it, starting with Lisa and Daniel. So we pick up where we left off with Daniel down on his knee asking Lisa to marry him. But there's so many thoughts going through her head, such as maybe promising her daughter that she wouldn't go through with a marriage proposal without talking to her first, about being married 5 times, about being with women for the last 20 years, about still being married to her ex-wife. Yeah, he doesn't know any of that.
I don't want to say yes because I have to tell him my secrets.
That's a lot of effing secrets that she hasn't told him before saying yes to a marriage proposal. And yes, surprise, surprise, she said yes.
Yes, baby.
Yeah, nobody's shocked. Okay, we all knew she was going to say yes. Oh my God, Daniel, I wasn't expecting any of this. And listen, I get why she said yes, because that's a lot of pressure on her. Like, how can you say no after that giant gesture, that huge performance, warm welcome, having her face swallowed by him? I mean, they have an entire audience all waiting for her answer as he is down on one knee. Imagine if she were to be like, no, that would be so sad. The guy is on his knee. He's tearing up. He has tears. He's crying. Everyone is waiting for her answer. Can you imagine if she were to say no? That would be so bad. So after she accepts his proposal, they get in the cab to go to the hotel, and he eats her face some more. The way they're making out with so much frickin' tongue. Ugh. In the back of the frickin' cab, that poor driver had to listen to all the saliva swapping and lip smacking. Ugh. Daniel's like, let's call your daughter and tell her the good news.
No, not yet. I want to spend time with you first, Daniel.
Tonight it's late. I want to spend time with you tonight, but we will talk to her.
And he's like, okay. And then they make up some more. Blah, 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 blah.
I told her that I was going to come clean before he proposed, and that didn't happen.
They check into their hotel room. She shows him all his gifts. It's a bunch of jewelry. He loves it all. And then gives her some more. She opens her suitcase.
There's more. Look at these oils I got. They're flavored. This one's strawberry. I also got a bunch of condoms, Daniel.
Lisa, I'm tired.
And I brought condoms too, baby.
I know, but I'm really tired.
What the fork? You're telling me you tongued her down multiple times and now you're tired? Now that you're in the bedroom, you're tired? He's like, Lisa, I'm gonna go shower.
Can I join?
Come on, go and take a shower.
You want to take a shower together?
Tomorrow. Tomorrow you can join me.
Oh, okay.
And then he goes in to shower. And she's freaking out in the bedroom. She's pacing. She's wondering if he's not interested in her anymore.
I'm a little nervous about it.
Why is he acting so different now?
What if I want it and he doesn't want me? Do you know what kind of a letdown that's going to be after 21 years?
No, seriously, why? It's like a switch went off. It's a completely different person. So he gets out of the shower. Now it's her turn to go in. And she goes in and then she walks out in red lingerie. Oh my God, I knew this was going to be bad.
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no.
He took one look at her and he was like, huh. And she's so excited. She's so giddy. She jumps in bed, giggling. She's feeling sexy, flirty, and fun. And I felt so bad for her because he gave her a kiss, but it's the most boring kiss. It's not a like he normally does. He just gives her a little tiny pet.
Oh.
And then he gives her a good old pat in the back. A pat in the back. And he goes, let's go to sleep. Oh my God, that pat. If a guy patted me on the back when I wanted schmecks, I would immediately grab my things and leave the room and then crawl in a hole and die. She's feeling really bad about herself, obviously. And she's like,
He probably saw my wrinkles and my bags under my eyes and my saggy body, and he doesn't want me anymore.
He's gonna leave me stranded here because he's not attracted to my body now that he's seen it in person. That's how I feel.
and I'm like, oh, Lisa, why are you doing this to yourself? So she's like,
Okay, Daniel, can we at least snuggle?
yeah, sure. And he looks super annoyed. Oh my God, this is so bad. This is so bad. I don't know if I can handle this level of cringe, this level of secondhand embarrassment. I mean, I love it. I can't look away, but I also hate it. I don't know what to do, you guys. Just kidding. I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep on watching. But seriously, though, Daniel, if you're going to commit, you have to commit to the very, very end. You can't just flip a switch at the hotel and pretend you're tired. I mean, he did look tired, but like, how tired could he really be? He's a 39-year-old fit man. Let's move on to Laura and Birkan. So Laura and Birkan wake up in bed together and they're very cuddly, they're giggly, and she said that he showed her how much he cared about her last night, and it was several times, if you know what I mean. She says even though he's a little vanilla, he's very blessed down there. He tells her that he just needs a little bit more time because he hasn't had schmecks in 4 years, but the old truck still works.
This old truck still works.
By the way, does anyone else think Birkan is kind of funny? He's actually really funny. I kind of find him endearing. I find him kind of charming. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? They head out to sightsee and they are so much more comfortable with each other compared to the first day they were together. Wow, it's like night and day. They watch a whirling dervish dance performance. He explains to her what's going on and she's in awe. She loves it.
It is Sufi Islam meditating there. Upside of the hand, getting something from the God.
Then they order lunch and she wants to know more about his story. So then he's like, oh, I moved around a lot. I tried to find a job, but I couldn't. So I moved back. So now I'm homeless and broke and in debt. You have debt? How much are we talking? About $50,000. US dollars? Yeah. Whoa. I had no idea. Why didn't you tell me any of this? It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal.
Did not know any of this.
It's not a big deal. You know.
If we get married, I'm going to be responsible for that debt. I'm going to take on that debt. $50,000 is a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. It feels like a little bit of a betrayal because he wasn't forthright.
So now Laura is side-eyeing him. Like, why didn't he tell her about this? But what I want to know is, how did he accrue that $50K of debt? Like, what was he doing? Like, was it all credit cards, shopping, gambling? Like, I need to know exactly what he spent $50,000 on. And the fact that he's brushing off his debt and acting like this isn't a big deal, it's a big effing red flag to me. Laura asks him why he never said anything to her, and he says it's because he's trying to figure it out. But then there's another huge red flag. When she raises her concerns of starting their relationship with debt, you want to know what he says? He says, oh, don't worry, my dear. This is my debt that exists in this country. When I leave this country, it won't be an issue anymore.
That's my debt in this country. If I'm not in that country, who cares how much debt I am in?
She's like, wait, so you're trying to run away? You're trying to leave the country to run away from your debt? Well, over here, I can't find a job. There are more opportunities in America. So when I go there, I can work 2 or 3 jobs at the same time and pay off my debt. Well, I just want to let you know, my family kept telling me that you might be using me for a green card and money, and now I can't help but to think they might be right. Well, apparently he has another secret. He is making money somehow, but he doesn't want to tell her. So what could it be? What are my guesses? It must be illegal, right?
I'm worried if she finds out how I make money, she could leave me.
Moving on to Javon and Annalyn. Oh God, Javon. Ugh, I don't know who I hate more, Rick or Javon. They both suck. Big, hairy, sweaty, wrinkly donkey balls. So Javon and Annalyn, they wake up from their first night together and it's time for lunch. She takes them out to eat some authentic bicolano dishes. I think that's what it's called. They're quite spicy and she wants to know if he can handle a little bit of heat. He takes his first bite and he tries to act cool, calm, and collected. And he's like, this is good. But internally, he's crying and weeping and sobbing and sweating and his mouth is on fire. And he does struggle with the rest of the food, but she's happy that he at least tried it.
So? What do you think?
I like this.
You want me to order more?
No, I'm good.
So as they're eating lunch, she tells him that he might have gotten her pregnant. So they are doing it without protection. You want to know what's crazy? I thought she looked pregnant in some of her confessionals. It's the baby doll dress. Nobody wears a baby doll dress when you're not pregnant or if you're not trying to conceal your tummy. I used to only wear baby doll tops and baby doll dresses. Like my whole entire closet was filled with them because my stomach, I have an apron belly. If you don't know what an apron belly is, it's when your stomach is so much bigger than the rest of your body. So I lived in baby doll tops. She does not need a baby doll top and she's wearing a baby doll dress. So I just thought, and the yellow, I don't know, something, she just like glowed differently. I was like, she looks pregnant. So she asks him what he's going to do if she's pregnant. Oh, I'll definitely be with you. Like, I'm going to come here. I'm not going to let you be pregnant by yourself with my baby. Oh, that's interesting. So it took you 6 years to come visit me. But if I'm pregnant with your baby, you're going to come right away. So the baby's more important than me. And he's like, why are you twisting my words? Why are you manipulating me? Why does your mood change at the drop of a hat? Oh my God, you women go from 0 to 100, blah, 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 blah. Now I hate Javon and I hate how he said that, like, makes everything Annalyn's fault. But I also don't understand why Annalyn had to like pick that fight. Like that was stupid. Like, okay, I do agree it took him way too long to go visit her, but then the whole baby versus her thing is weird.
Definitely feel like I'm walking on eggshells a lot because she's looking for problems. It almost feels like you can't 100% be yourself.
Anyway, later that evening, she wants to get couples massages, but he wants to take a nap. She convinces him to go. And when they get to the spa, it's super nice. He's like, whoa, this is very fancy. And she's like, yeah, I get massages very often. So now he's thinking, what do you do with all that money? And he's wondering if he can send her less because maybe he's sending her so much extra money that she's going to spas and doing nice things for herself. After all, if she was better with her budget, then he could have visited much earlier. See, in every scenario, he blames her.
I could have been here probably already if she just would have learned how to budget so I can send less money.
During their massage, he confronts her about how she tells his family members way too much about their fights and their personal business. For example, she called his sister and told her everything that they were fighting about. Oh, okay, so now you're going to complain that I talked to your sister about your problems when you talk to your ex-hookup about yours?
I just go to families. I mean, you're upset with me, but you run to other women.
I'm sorry, but I agree. I think it's so stupid that he's trying to blame her for talking to his sister when he is talking to his ex-hookup. That is ridiculous. And when she brings that up, he's like, no, you have to take accountability. What do you think you did to me to make me want to talk to her? Think about it. You did something to make me run to her.
You're saying that the reason you did this because of me. So basically, it's like justifying cheating.
Oh my God, he reminds me so much of Rob. Moving on to Emma and Zied. They're meeting his friends for lunch, but they're running a little late because she's putting bronzer on her boobs. So they get there, they sit down, she tells them how they met, and the guy next to her, did you guys notice he kept staring at her? He was like looking at her up and down, looking at what she was wearing. She's got her cleavage all out, and then he asks Zied if Emma's gonna keep dressing the way she's dressing. And then Emma gets frustrated because she's like, I asked Zied so many times, so many questions about what I should wear, what I can't wear and can wear, and he told me that I can wear anything I want. And he's like, well, the older cities are more conservative. You never told me this. How was I supposed to know?
People in old minutes like
are conservative.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me that until I got here. Why wouldn't you
I don't know.
So they end up arguing back and forth in front of his friends. His friends are shocked that she's talking back to him and talking over him and won't let him speak. Zied tells her, don't disrespect me. You're so disrespectful. And his friends are like, maybe you misunderstood him, Emma. Nope, he lied to me.
It was just a misunderstanding.
And so then Zied tells his friends that she was talking to her ex at the same time she was talking to him.
Why? You were in a relationship with someone else at the same time when you are talking to Zied.
And she's like, you were talking to other girls too on dating apps. I know, I read the messages. You were telling them to come to Morocco and you would show them a good time.
You were telling girls, come to Morocco.
And he's like, I was welcoming them to our country. Yeah, welcoming them isn't the same. Bro, come on. It was on a dating app, okay? Why would you invite these random hot girls to Morocco? And Zied keeps making excuses. It's such bullshit. He's like, I love my country. I'm proud of my country. I invite everybody to Morocco. Really? Really?
Don't act like you're meeting people on dating apps and just want to welcome them to Morocco. You were meeting girls on dating apps.
And then his friend asks Zied if he could see Emma being his wife and the mother to his children. And he says 0%. And she clocks it. She's like, 0% what?
0% what?
And then he tells her, and then she gets mad, and then he gets mad, and then they just argue. Lastly, we have Rick and Trisha. Oh God, Rick just makes me so nauseous. So Rick put this black, shiny plastic tarp all over the bed because apparently she, how do I say this without being dinged on YouTube guidelines? She explodes liquid matter, if you know what I mean.
She let me know that she's
And he loves it. She showed him a video during spicy time over FaceTime, and he was obsessed with it, but he knew that it could become a real big mess, so he bought a tarp for $50 on Amazon, and he brought it to his trip, and he put it on the bed. Well, she didn't like it. She didn't want to use it, and so he's really sad that he spent $50 for nothing.
I feel like Trish didn't give it a fair shot, which is disappointing because they're $50.
Okay, so a few hours later, they are full on fighting. Actually, it's Rick. Okay, Rick is fighting with her for no fucking reason. Apparently, her motorcycle got dropped off after being fixed, and her ex's friend dropped it off. And so Rick got mad because he's like, why is your ex-friend dropping this motorcycle off?
You only have yourself to blame for that because you lied to me.
No, I didn't lie to you.
And then he found out that the last time Trish saw her ex was 4 months ago, and that was during the time that she was talking to Rick. And so Rick is convinced that Trish is cheating on him. How does this man have the audacity to get mad at her when he fucking flew to Colombia, a different country, for a week-long sexathon with his ex-girlfriend because Trish didn't respond to his text messages for 5 days? It's time for dinner, so they pause this conversation and go out to eat. But he's still super cranky about her seeing her ex 4 months ago, and Trish tells him they saw each other at a restaurant. It's not like they went on a date together. She saw him at a restaurant and she said hi. They had a conversation outside, plus he was with his family. And she had a great relationship with his parents, so they all chatted, caught up a little, and she went home. That was it.
Now I'm thinking again about her ghosting me for 5 days is directly has to do with her ex.
Now, Rick, for some reason, I wonder why, he feels like she's not telling the full story. He feels like something's shady, she's hiding something, he doesn't trust her. And he's like, well, if it wasn't that big of a deal, then why didn't you tell me? Because my ex-boyfriend tried to get me back, he was flirting with me, and I was worried that you would think that something else was happening.
I was really scary. How would you react of that? Like, maybe she's still with her ex. Like, how you react right now?
She was basically worried that he would misinterpret it and basically do exactly what he's doing right now, accusing her of cheating on him, which is not what she did. Rick then finds out that Trisha's ex kept texting her, messaging her, trying to get her back, and the last message she got was 4 months ago.
So he still hasn't gotten the message that you've moved on. And when did this conversation happen?
4 months ago.
Now, he doesn't believe her. Oh my God, this was driving me crazy. He's like, I don't believe you. Can I see your phone? Oh my God, okay, fine. So she pulls up the text messages, like the entire history, and it shows that the ex did call her multiple times and Trish ignored them. Boom. There you go. He's like, oh yeah, okay, so this is what I like to see. See, do you see how many text messages he sent me? I didn't respond to any of them. Do you see that? And Rick goes, oh yeah, now I see it. Okay, now I trust you.
I do believe that you're not talking to him anymore. That makes your story a lot more credible.
So when is he going to tell her the part where he cheated on her? I'm waiting. Yeah. And I love how a producer asked him if he's projecting. I was like, yes, he absolutely is. Clock it. And then he finally admits that a part of him hopes that she cheated on him so that he wouldn't feel so bad about cheating on her.
I don't know if I would feel better, but maybe I won't feel as guilty for what I did.
What a pig. I hate him. I hate him. I mother effing hate him. Oh, I thought they were the last couple, but we have Stig and Aviva. But this one's going to be extra short. It's the morning after their first night. They banged a bunch of times without protection. He didn't want to use it. And she's not on birth control, so I guess whatever happens, happens.
I guess we're not trying to have a baby. I know it seems a little crazy and super soon.
And I do think she ended up getting pregnant because in some of her confessionals, she looks pregnant. So, yay. He takes her to the recording studio so she can see him in action. He starts singing, sex is good. Oh yes, it's so good. You're so good. I want to marry you. Let me breed you. Yes, I would.
And you love me as you should. Would I marry you? Yes, I would. Would I breed you? Yes, I would.
By the way, you guys let me know in the comment section that the term breeding is pretty normal in conversation in the Caribbean. So thank you for letting me know because I was so taken aback and I was so confused. But yeah, now I know it's just like normal lingo over there. Anyway, his manager or his friend is a little concerned over that lyric about breeding her and wanting to marry her because Stig can't get distracted during his career. And he can't let that happen. He needs to focus.
I always see these relationships damage his career.
And the last ex-girlfriend broke his heart so much that he went into a deep depression hole and didn't come out of it for months. He was ready to marry her and have kids with her, and he tells all of this to Aviva, and Aviva's like, what? He was ready to marry her and have kids? I didn't know it was that serious.
I didn't know that he was ready for a family with her, so that's news to me.
Yeah, it was. I don't even think he's fully over her yet. Now, Aviva knew about the ex because that's how they initially bonded. They were leaning on each other and comforting each other through heartbreak, but she didn't know it was that serious.
Now I definitely feel like Stig lied to me.
Side note, I'm surprised that Stig wasn't able to make music during his heartbreak because wouldn't that be the best time to make some music? After the studio session, she acts very standoffish and then she confronts him about it.
Aviva's being weird right now. I don't really know what. She don't want to talk about it.
She was like, I didn't know you and your ex were that serious. You told her you wanted to start a family with her, but you're also telling me the very same thing. Well, I date seriously. I date with intention. I want to start a family. I want to get married. So I'm not going to date a girl that I just want to hook up with. Like, I date to marry. I date to start a family with. And she's like, okay, I don't know if I can trust you though.
I was looking for love. So of course I wanted a child with my ex. Of course I was looking for marriage with my ex. Of course that's what I wanted.
By the way, we find out that his ex-girlfriend is from Texas and he also has family there, but he went to Texas 2 months ago and didn't invite her. So now she's wondering if he went to go see his ex. He's like, no, I went to go perform.
They booked me for a Belize day. I was out there, performing. I didn't even see my family, much less see any other girls.
Well, Aviva's not convinced, and now she's worried that she might be pregnant with an F-boy who's still in love with his ex.
This is super unsettling because I haven't been using protection with him.
Oh my god, I thought they were the last couple. We still have Forrest and Sheena. I didn't even realize they showed so many couples. Okay, so now they're finally meeting her parents in hopes to get their blessing to get married. He wants to make a very good first impression. He wants to get their blessing and then cut them off financially. Molly and Dev have accepted that Forrest is going to go there first without them.
I just hope that she doesn't blow up everything.
Yeah. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.
And it's a really long trip to get there, so they have to take the bus to someplace and then they have to ride a tricycle. Forrest is getting pretty nervous and Sheena tries to calm him down. She tries to talk him through what her parents are going to ask him, and they're definitely going to want to know about his job, his career, and how he's going to make money. But he explains that because of his disability, it's hard for him to get a job, and he hasn't had a job in years, and he's been living off of his disability paychecks.
So I haven't had a job in several years. And I've been living on disability checks.
I feel like Forrest is more than capable of getting and holding a job. I understand he has his troubles, but there's a job out there for him. I think he's very smart. And I don't know why he's not working. Honestly, that does perplex me a little bit. And I am worried for Sheena. And this makes me even more confused as to why Molly is freaking out about Sheena giving her own money to her own parents when Forrest isn't even working. He doesn't have an income. It's not like Sheena spent his money or gave away his money. I don't understand what Molly's problem is. Sheena cries in her confessional because she's so stressed. She's nervous. She's got a lot on her shoulders. She's financially providing for not only herself, but her parents, who are very demanding, apparently, and now she has to save up for her future with Forrest, and Molly's accusing her of being a scammer. Like, there's just a lot of pressure, and she would really like if Forrest could also work and contribute to the bills, and I absolutely 1000% agree.
I really get emotional because pressure on my shoulders, it's quite hard.
Well, that's it for this recap. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.
Don't talk to me! Don't talk to me! Don't talk to me! Don't talk